Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast. That's our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Unresolved trauma in your life can have devastating effects, but our next guest says it is possible to release yourself from the chains of trauma and heal. We welcome the author of The Truth About Trauma, Break Patterns, Build Resilience, Restore Joy, Professor Dr. Lisa Collins. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It sounds like a lot of us probably are carrying around some trauma and don't even really realize it.
That was my experience.
Yeah.
I thought trauma was something big, like a fire or a bad car accident.
Yeah.
And what I realized is that it's any threat or seemingly threat. And that opens up the field quite a bit.
Okay, because your body can respond in certain situations and you're not maybe even consciously realizing what's really going on underneath the surface?
Exactly. Like I would feel a little nervous about something and I didn't realize my body was protecting me. So I had a lot of those that I thought that was my personality.
Sure.
And it wasn't.
Okay. Are there any examples you can give us of some smaller things that can cause trauma that people don't realize that we are carrying with us all the time?
Absolutely. How about getting that email at work? That email from that person you don't want to hear from, or the phone call from that aunt that you don't like so much, or that uncle, and then you get this little gut punch like, ugh. That is a trauma response.
Okay.
Or sometimes if you're driving and in your peripheral vision, something happens and you feel a little fear or a little jolt in your body, that's a trauma response.
Kind of makes sense when you picture those scenarios and go, gosh, it felt like I had a really big reaction to that, but it wasn't really about that one thing that was in front of you.
Right. It could be like the little things, but it could be the little thing is on top of something big.
Sure.
Like maybe you burned your hand as a kid. So anytime that you're near fire, you're extra cautious. Or it could be someone did something to you or said something to you. My example that I've given is, you know, like someone touched me on the arm and I said, don't ever touch me there, or don't ever put your hands on me.
Yeah.
Like that's an overreaction.
Who said that? Not me.
And so I couldn't remember what it was, but my body remembered.
Something was there. Okay, so tell me about, there's 3 different healing levels that we can access.
Yeah, in the book, The Truth About Trauma, the first level is your body sensations. Like sometimes when we're hungry or we need to go to the bathroom, we may ignore our body sensations.
Right.
So in this part of the book, I talk about paying attention to your body sensations because they may have something that they're trying to tell you, that your body's trying to inform you.
Okay, because it is your nervous system that's reacting sometimes, right?
Exactly. It's your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And one is fight and flight, or flock and fawn, and one is rest and digest. I just need a nap.
Oh, okay. Okay, just kind of tuning in can be the first step to just listening. What's my body telling me?
Do I feel like I need a nap, or do I feel like I need to get out of here?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, and then the mind patterns, listening sometimes to maybe some unkind thoughts that we have.
Yes, paying attention to what comes through your mind. So if negative thoughts are always coming through your mind, you want to stop those. Those are not kind, and I say they're not of you.
Yeah.
If they're wonderful, like you're the best, then that's yours.
Yeah.
You're the worst, that's not yours.
Okay. I feel like if you stop and think about it, a lot of us are pretty unkind to ourselves internally.
Sadly. That's what I found. That was my experience. Is that I had to stop and say, why are you so critical? And ask myself, whose voice is that really?
Right. Because you wouldn't talk to your friend that way.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so what about bringing it all together, reconnection of the mind, body, and spirit?
Right. After we pay attention to our body sensations, we calm our body down, we pay attention to our mind, we clear our mind, then we're able to kind of like incorporate everything to connect to who we really are. What are we supposed to do in this world, in this life? And then what brings us joy?
Okay. Can there be kind of a self-care component to doing that?
Absolutely. Every chapter has self-care tools.
Okay.
And self-care is like, it's kind of one of the hardest things for us to do is to stop and take care of ourselves. And we really, really need to do that.
Yeah, because we're going to show up better for the people that love us in our life if we're in good shape to begin with.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For me to care about you, I need to care about me.
Yeah. Are people nervous or kind of anxious sometimes to do some of this work because they feel like they're going to access some things that might not be so savory from their past?
Yeah, it's tough to think about the big things that we don't want to dive into. And I always say to people, never push. Don't push to like get to the big thing. Just do the thing in front of you. Just do the thing that makes you calm. And by doing that, things come when they need to. You don't have to dive into the biggest trauma that you ever had. You can actually just live every day in peace.
That sounds pretty helpful. One thing at a time, right? You can't solve all your problems at once.
And it's not healthy to do that.
No. I bet you've seen people really come a long way when they start really analyzing this stuff.
I have. I have seen people change.
Yeah.
I've seen the real them come out, and I've seen them be more calm and peaceful. And they trust me, which I'm very grateful that I get an opportunity to work with people like that.
Yeah.
But this littlest thing, once it goes away, it just like frees up all this energy.
That's really encouraging. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We've got some good homework to do. Okay, the book again is The Truth About Trauma, and we will have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.